All right, guys. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Thursday, September 16th. Thursday, September 16th. So, what is that? Almost Jesus Christ, man. 3 months left. 3 months left of the year. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. What a year. Flew by fast. So, let's make the last 3 months good. Today, jobless claims. Jobless claims today on Thursday. Can you explain me how the VIX calls? Is it meant VIX? VIX? Um, I'll do that very quickly. VIX. VIX is a sort of a it's a fear index, they like to call it. Um, it's a mean reverting stock, right? So VIX will never like continuously move higher. It's because it's a mean reverting. It always reverts to the mean of the price. So that's why you see big spikes and pullbacks. Sometimes you can play VIX calls, or you have a call on volatility. If you think the market will become volatile, you can play the upside or downside of that volatility. Here's the VIX when the virus hit, right? So that's clear that volatility and fear came into the market, and then it just reverted back to the mean over time. But you quickly get these pumps when the market usually pulls back. So like each one of these pumps is most likely when we got those pullbacks on the SPY, right? So here is the May 15th, June 18th, July 19th, and August 19th. And then if you go to the ES, it's the same thing, right? So June 18th, July 19th, August 18th. Those are your spikes in the VIX and your pullbacks on the market. So you just play VIX, basically invert of the market. All right, there's your little VIX lesson for you, buddy. FT love. Don't say I've never done anything for you. Just kidding. Hopefully you can. Hopefully it makes sense now. So let's go ahead and check out this market today. A little bit of a bounce yesterday, guys, off of the moving averages. So Nasdaq off the 20, S&P off the 50, and Dow off the 100. My personal moves yesterday, I sold 2 of my 5 QQQ puts in the morning, which was good. That was a good profit, about 100%. And then finally, the last 2 I stopped out break even. So I had a break even stop on them. I didn't want to lose money on them. There was no reason to lose money. So I set that break even stop, and you guys saw the bounce that happened on the market. So I stopped out of those last 2 break even, was net profitable on the QQQ puts, and then took my small loss on Netflix. Netflix, obviously, I knew that when I saw that Nasdaq going up, and it was going up with some strength, I jumped out of my Netflix puts as fast as possible, because I knew that Netflix was going to run also. So I took a $150 loss. QQQ put profit was about $250. So not huge money, guys. Not becoming rich over here. Just trying to stay consistent. Trying to stay, consistently profitable with very small emotions in this choppy market. And I am happy because throughout this entire dip, my long-term portfolio has been green every day, which is very strange, right? Because when the market's falling, the QQQ puts hedged my long-term portfolio. And yesterday, as we started to sort of reverse, temporarily, of course, temporarily, my long-term stock started to go up, and and then also if you guys did not know, Discord chat knows, I took some SPY calls yesterday when we started to reverse, and those helped me stay green on the day yesterday. So that was my day yesterday. Those are some of the moves I made. If you want to see all the moves that I make, and like not even if you don't really care about real time and you just want to see like a recap of my day, go check out my Instagram. It's down on the bottom left of your screen. I post what I'm doing there. If you want to stay updated on some of the moves I make, just go check it out. Obviously Instagram is completely free, and you can just come hang out, talk about stuff. I post I post like, you know, updates on the charts. I try to like create an open forum there, and just sort of create a community on Instagram. So if you want to check it out, you can go ahead and do that. Why did the markets flip around lunchtime? It's because we held those moving averages. So I'll show you guys that in today's video. We really held the moving averages. And I'm thinking about making a video on, I took my SPY calls at 12:52. So 12:52 is right around here on this little pullback. We got a big spike pullback, and I took them right here. So right around 446. So I'm gonna be I'll probably be flat, if not slightly down this morning on them. So my SPY calls are 447 September 27th, next week's, and they're for $292. So this is one thing I talked about the chat. It's 0.6% of my portfolio. So I just was, you know, basically my mindset there was that if the market does bounce off these moving averages, like this SPY was yesterday, if we hold up that move, I want to have some money on the table there. I can help my long-term portfolio. These small gains are just great for me to add money to my share positions. So when I take these hedge type trades, or these market type trades, anything I make from my QQQ puts or my S&P 500 calls here, everything that I make there goes straight into buying more shares. So I wanted just a small position. It's 0.6 of my portfolio. If I lose on it, guys, I don't care. I mean, it makes no difference. I don't want to sound like, I can afford to take a $292 position in my portfolio when it's 0.6%. So that's why I did it. It's a small play. If we bounce today, I want to have some money on the table. Anything I make off that will go into my long-term shares. That's just sort of how I run that long-term portfolio. So yeah, it's just a small shot on a potential bounce here in the market. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So that is some of the moves that I made yesterday. Not really going in anything large right now still. Just trying to be careful. So let's go ahead and review the market, and I'll talk to you why I think that. So futures, as always, jobless claims 830, Tesla 740 support. I want to show you that today. Upstart, very strong channel on Upstart. It held yesterday, and it's if the market's strong again, I think Upstart might start to move again. So Upstart channel, CRM retest. I want to show you this CRM retest hold. Very nice. Apple holding its uptrend, very strong. SC continuation. SC has been really moving lately, bouncing off the 20, and it's continuing from yesterday. Want to show you that. And then BABA, just total destruction on BABA. It's just nasty. So we've talked about BABA a lot. People I know have tried to buy the dip, and it just continuously getting crushed. So I want to show you guys BABA. We can talk a little bit about it. And finally, we'll go over some of the stuff that you guys want to look at, some of the members. And then if we have some time, I'm going to try to go quick. I want to just run through some other names that I was focusing on yesterday. This list isn't everything that's going on, so I'll try to get to some more stuff. If you are a member of the channel, make sure to not forget and go to here. Pin the message, the pin post. Make sure to put in your tickers. And then again, guys, before we jump into this, MSI, if you use my last name, you can see it on the YouTube channel. If you use my last name on their website, you will get 10% off anything you buy. It's for any product on the website. So show MSI that them sponsoring the stream was a good idea. If you guys have been waiting for any products for your setup or any trading or your trading setup or even your gaming setup, you can go ahead and take advantage of that code. Desiano is the code. You get 10% off your products. So shout out to MSI for hooking up me and hooking up the stream. Anyone that watches, there you go. So congrats. All right, futures. So let's go ahead and start with the NQ here. Let me try to move this damn microphone. This wire gets in my way. All right, Nasdaq. So here we go. Daily chart. You guys can see yesterday, what did we do? We held the 20 SMA. Very, very interesting, right? Is this a breakout or is this a fake out, right? Are we going to roll right back over, or are we going to end up holding this 20 SMA? Very difficult to tell right now. Almost, I mean, it's near impossible. I can't say this with any kind of confidence that we're going to go one way or another. The only thing that would give me some type of confidence is that we are holding the 20 SMA still. So that is something I will watch. Will we continue to hold the 20 SMA here? Will we bounce off this trend line today? That is going to be a very, very interesting, thing to watch. Jobless claims come out in 20 minutes. Is that going to affect this market? Maybe. We haven't seen huge moves off jobless claims recently, but maybe we get some type of reaction. 20 SMA in the Nasdaq, very, very important today. That is what I would be watching. That is the most important thing of the day. Now, I want to do a video on this. I want to do a video on like reading some price action, reading futures price action, because yesterday was actually pretty. You could sort of feel in the market that it was holding up. It was trying to hold this moving average, right? So the moving average on the Nasdaq, on the daily chart yesterday, was just around 15,000. Let's just call it 15,415. So 15,415 is right around where the wait, hold on. 15,000, was it 15,415? Let me zoom in here a little bit. 20 SMA yesterday, yeah, 15, right around 15,415 was the moving average. We obviously went a little bit below it. So here we go, 15,415, which is right around here. So here was the moving average yesterday. So we obviously were below it, but this whole area below that moving average just continued to hold up, right? And if you look at this market, it just continued to hold these levels here around the 340s and 350s. And if we go into yesterday's price action and we just focus on some of this yesterday, you guys will notice that yesterday's price action, right, it just continued to stay sideways, just continuously bounced off this same level here, this 15,340, 15,350. And this is honestly part of the reason why I started to sell my QQQ puts. So on one of these bounces, on this bounce, I was very interested. As I saw this thing rally back higher, I just went ahead and I took some profits here because I figured if this move happened, we should start to see this unravel. And it did not. It very strongly bounced. And you guys can see the support that it had built here. And, you know, I know this is not right at the moving average, which is up here at 415. But this is most definitely in the vicinity of that moving average. And the strength here was intense. It definitely was intense. And the only thing that you needed to wait for yesterday, and I send these little charts intraday in my Discord chat all day. So anyone that's in the Discord chat, I think one of the main things that I think we find value from is we really track the Nasdaq and the S&P like a hawk in the Discord chat, and it's the breadth of the market, right? So you have to be watching these because right here. Before this move happened, it was clear that this was the channel that this Nasdaq was in intraday on the 1 minute chart, right? This was what was going on. So everyone was yawning during this time. We were like, what the hell is going on? This market's completely sideways. Nothing is happening. But it was clear that either a breakdown below, a breakdown below these levels would be interesting to see if it flushes again. And then a break above these highs, very clear, does not take a genius to figure this out. A break above this 15,375 right here would most likely cause some type of breakout. And what you can see right there is a monster breakout through this level right around 1225. We were in the chat. Everyone was prepared. This breakout right here, monster breakout, and from there just gone. I mean, it was just gone. So Very interesting price action yesterday. Is this going to hold? This hold and push yesterday definitely gives me some type of confidence. I'm not going to say that I think this goes straight up, but this is not weak. I mean, this is pretty strong stuff right here. This is a strong hold. It's a strong push. You know, we could definitely give back some of this move like we are right now. But, you know, as long as this thing doesn't fall below these levels again, then I would say that this is a first step of maybe something happening here. I'm not 100% sure, guys. I can't be. I'm not going to be someone on YouTube that tries to make, you know, say that something's going to happen just to be, you know, some people say, you know, I could say, you know, I think this is going to be bullish and I'm going to take a 50-50 bet here. And if I'm right, I look like a hero. I don't know if this is going to hold. No one knows if this is going to hold. But what I can tell you and what information I can pass along to you is that this support hold yesterday was strong. It was definitely strong. The price action was better than in the past. And it was definitely somewhat of a hold. Because if you look at the last 3 days, it was not just, you know, a random hold. This is a pretty consistent hold here at these lows. So these lows for now, I would say are strong. I would say these lows are strong for now. What happens if we retest it? We'll have to see. Do we hold up to date? We'll have to see. But the one thing I can take away is the 20 SMA and that low, then that support on the Nasdaq are strong support levels, and that is all that I'll give you today. So watch those levels: 15,345, 15,350. That's the level to watch in the Nasdaq. If it holds, maybe we can find some momentum and move off this 20 SMA. That is what I would be looking for today. If we break below those levels and the things start to unravel fast again, then you're probably coming back for more downside. So that is what I would watch today. That's the Nasdaq ES. Very strong hold at the 50 SMA. I mean, look at this. It's a perfect 50 SMA hold. If we just look at history, if that's all we judge our decisions off of, you would say that the 50 SMA is going to hold and this thing is going to bounce back to highs, right? So we'll see. We shall see if that happens here on the S&P 500. A 50 SMA hold, just like it did the last 3 or 4 times. And we'll just have to see at this point if it gets back above the 20 SMA. So the 20 SMA will act as resistance at this point, right? So if we zoom in here, we can see 20 SMA right here. That is our potential hold, our potential resistance today. It looks like we're starting to slip a little bit. Again, guys, it's pre-market. Pre-market is not the you know, the most important thing to be watching. It's good to get a feel for what's going on, but it's not. It doesn't decide the day. Just because the pre-market's red today does not decide that the day is going to be red. By no means. So we'll have to see. So 20 SMA resistance to the upside. If we go to the price action yesterday on the ES, you guys will see that this was very, very similar to the Nasdaq. Just a very strong hold here at these lows. Honestly, SPY never even touched Tuesday's lows, right? It held above Tuesday's lows, so that is actually decently strong as well. A hold above Tuesday's lows. We never hit that low. We made a higher low here, and then we obviously got this pre-market high push. You guys can see right here yesterday's price action right after we got above those the pre-market highs, right around 4,448, 4,448. The breakout just went crazy. So, you know, again, it's impossible to tell what happens here. But the support was good. The 4-hour chart definitely shows a little bit of an uptrend breakout or downtrend breakout, just barely. Maybe you can even say it's starting to reject it once again. So you still sort of have this 4-hour downtrend to be keeping an eye out for. The daily chart still has somewhat of a downtrend to keep an eye out for. You have the 50 SMA support, and that is really what we need to see hold. From today forward, as long as we hold that 50 SMA to the downside, then let me go back. Sorry, back to the daily. as long as we hold the 50 SMA to the downside, then I would say we just continue to chop around and see if we can push the 20. The 20 SMA is at 4487, 4,487. So if we go to the 5-minute chart, 4487 comes in at right around here. 4487, right around this area here. So there's your 20 SMA. See if we can get a push up to that today. All right, guys, so that's the ES. Watch those moving averages today. That is going to be the most important. YM, Dow Jones, 1 day, daily chart, 100 SMA hold, 100 SMA hold right here. So that is going to be the next one. If you're watching the Dow, 100 SMA, that's the level to watch. If we hold it, great. Maybe we can get a push back higher, just like we held in these past 2 times. So 100 SMA on the Dow, 50 SMA on the SPY, and 20 SMA on the Nasdaq. 3 levels that held yesterday. All 3 moving averages held, all 3 indices, all 3 futures contracts held their moving averages. And today, we're just going to have to see if it holds again. So today should be slightly, once, as today starts to work out, it should be sort of slightly easy to tell what's going to happen, right? Because if we just slip and we crack right below these, yesterday's lows, then it might be pretty easy to see that the downside's coming. If we hold up today, if we consolidate, and, all day we hold up making higher lows, then that's, there's your bullish sign. So that is what I will be looking for today. Can I speak Chinese? No, sir, I cannot speak Chinese. Sorry. All right, so let's go over some of the stocks we want to look at before jobless claims. We have about 8 minutes. So let's run over Tesla. So Tesla, very, very nice hold at 740 on Tesla. If we go here to the hourly chart, you know what? Let me check out the 4-hour first. Might be easier to read. So here's the 4-hour, guys. And you guys know that we have been watching the 740 level on Tesla. And 740 has held really nicely. So right here, 740, very nice little hold on Tesla. This whole little demand zone right here in this area between 740 and 730 has been a very nice hold on Tesla. So we came back to it, we bounced off of it, and we are now continuing. At this point on Tesla, you want to be watching, you want to be watching this little supply area right here, anywhere from 760 to 762. That would be the area that I would be watching as resistance. If that can break above, then maybe you get another break, another retest, and maybe another push higher. That is what I would be watching for. So Tesla has been strong. Tesla closed the day extremely strong yesterday. If we go to the 5-minute chart, you guys can see, look at the last 2 days on Tesla. And, tell me you don't see that very clean support right here at 740, right? Look at that nice little hold. These bottoms right here, 1, 2, very strong holds there on Tesla last 2 days. Very nice close. And then today, you just have to be looking at that 760. So, right, you're either looking at the 760 break, or you definitely want to see the 740 hold, right? You have to see this level hold down here for Tesla to remain bullish. If it continues to hold 740, you can try to continue to ride this thing higher, or you get the push. Above 760. So that is what I would be watching on Tesla today. Upstart channel, very nice channel on Upstart. So if we go to the 20-day hourly chart, you're gonna see this pretty nicely. Look at this channel on Upstart, right here. So this channel on Upstart has been very strong. Yesterday, I was getting very close to thinking about playing downside on Upstart. But it just held that 260, 250 level so strong. And it just, it bounced right back higher. So very strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times Upstart has tested this 260, 250 level and has bounced off of it. And the resistance came in 1, 2, 3 times resistance at 280. At this point, if you see this move above 280, you should get another momentum move, right? So you should see another move higher. If you break this 280, maybe back up to these 290s, and maybe you get a retest, and then you get your your push higher, something like that. So watch this 280. Watch this 280 spike right here. And yeah, the channel is strong. The support is strong. If you go to the 5-minute chart yesterday, you'll see that right here. Look at the last 2 days on Upstart. Look at the last 2 touches of 290, 260, 250. This is one touch here, huge bounce. Here's your touch in the morning, big bounce, and then just a continuation. So 260, 250 is the key level on Upstart. Do not trade downside on Upstart unless you're trading within the channel. Of course, you can trade within the channel, but the real big downside would be if Upstart starts to crack at 260, 250. Upside comes in if we crack above 280. So that is that. Next is CRM. So CRM, very nice retest hold here on CRM. So here you go, guys. Look at this chart on CRM. This 253 level, you have previous resistance right around here, and it is turning into support here on CRM. So does this hold? Does this hold? I would definitely be interested to watch because this is a very nice little break and retest starting to hold up here at this zone. If we go to the 5-day 15, you guys will clearly see that we have been holding this support level for the last 3 days. So this type of trade is interesting because it really does set up a very easy risk to reward, right? Because your risk is basically from here to here to these lows. There's your risk. So let me turn this red. Your risk is from where we are now to the lows of this little support zone, right? You can see right down to here. You wouldn't want the stock to go, say, below 251, 252. So there's your risk, and then your reward is if you trade this thing, let's say, back towards these highs, right? So your risk is there, and your reward could be even back towards these highs over time. So it's a very good risk to reward, right? And I like taking trades like that because if I'm wrong on, let's say I'm wrong on 4 shots that I take, right? I could have a 20% win ratio. If I'm wrong on 4 of these types of trades, but I get one of them right, I am back to break even. So I like these high risk to reward plays. If CRM holds this little retest level on the daily chart and tries to just slowly creep back higher maybe or find some support here, I would definitely be interested. So let's watch CRM. Let's see what happens there over the next few days. Next, Apple. Very nice trend line. That's not Apple. That's Advanced Auto Parts. Very nice trend line hold on Apple. So you guys can see very beautiful here. Nice hold. I'm definitely going to be buying. I've already bought a few shares, but I'll probably be buying more. I think that Apple pullback was a blessing in disguise for anyone long term. If you like buying shares, I'm liking this pullback. I think this is a good opportunity. Of course, if the Nasdaq makes new lows, guys, if we continue to move lower on the Nasdaq, on the S&P, Apple will certainly move down as well. But if we start to see this hold come in, Apple would be the first stock that I would be watching, guys, for a comeback. If the Nasdaq, if the S&P move back higher off their moving averages, Apple would be a stock that I think should be on your watch list because it just sold off aggressively off of some, this is an emotional type event. The case with Epic Games is a very emotional type event. I think the sell-off is a little BS. And I think Apple will come back to its, will definitely over time come back to its highs. So I think that's an opportunity, in my opinion, especially for someone that's buying shares that does not have a time expiration on their position. Shares always agree with buying shares of Apple. That's just my personal opinion. I am invested in Apple, so full disclaimer. I just think it's a great stock to own shares in. So that's Apple. Nice pullback, trend line holding, 50 SMA holding. This could be a very nice opportunity here. I would definitely watch Apple here. If you like Apple, watch that level. SE. So SE is just overall a stock that never goes down basically. Here's the last 3 years, the weekly chart. Stock doesn't go down. Jobless claims. Oh yeah. All right, hold on one second. Jobless claims, jobless claims, jobless claims. What do we got? What do we got? Daily 1 minute chart, Nasdaq. That's not gonna, you're not gonna see that. All right, here we go. Let's see what the reaction is. I don't really expect something massive on jobless claims. Let me know what you guys, when you guys get the numbers, post them in the chat. You guys usually get them before I do. Go to breaking news. Nothing for me just yet. Okay, you're starting to get a little bit of a push here. Let's see what happens. Drop the news if you get it. I don't see anything just yet. It's today, right? Okay, here we go. 332 versus 320. 332 versus 320 jobless claims. All right. I don't know if I expect much of anything off that, to be quite honest with you. This market has like priced in like any jobless claim news, it seems like. So we'll see. I mean, right now, a little bit higher on the ES. Nothing that's going to change the trend of the day, I don't think. I mean, maybe. A little higher on the ES. A little higher on the Nasdaq. Decent pop on the Dow. But if you zoom out here, it's, we need this. We need up above highs. So let's see. I mean, that's pretty decent on the Dow. Actually pretty decent on the Dow, yeah. Oh, retail sales came out as well? I didn't know that. Shoot. That's actually a little bit more important. So, economic calendar. Let me go to the economic calendar. Okay, yeah, retail sales. Retail sales came out. Let's see. Right here's your calendar, guys. So, initial jobless claims, retail sales, 8:30. So let's see, guys. Right now, we'll see what this market does. But right now, a decent reaction off of it. We'll see if that holds. Dow, ES, and NQ slightly higher. Nothing crazy. Nothing that's changing the morning trend here. The trend is still clearly the same with this news coming out. So we'll need a break in some type of trend here before I would say anything happens, right? I need to see like something like this, because right now this is just a little blip on the flat line here. So yeah, keep me updated if you guys see something crazy go on. Then let me know. But let's go back to SE. Spot gold extends losses now down. Gold is going down. All right, here's SE. Daily chart. SE likes to go up, and SE is right now holding the 20 SMA very nicely. So all this consolidation and all this hold of the 20 and yesterday's pushing off of it now is very nice. And you have a gap here until around 342. So I would definitely be watching SE for this move, guys. Over the last year, SE has gone up. It's done nothing but go up. So when you can try to catch a dip, the odds are in your favor, right? The odds are in your favor here that SE continues here. It may not work out, but this is a trade that I'm definitely interested in taking potentially. I was actually going to take it yesterday. Got a little distracted with some other stuff, didn't end up doing it. But I like the continuation here on the 20. I like that push, and I'm definitely going to be watching SE today to see if it can bounce off this 20 SMA today and see if we get that continuation. So that's SE. Finally, for me, let me go to the spreadsheet real quick so we're prepared for that. 916. Okay. Baba. You have an SE call to 20? Nice, Quentin. Nice. Good play. I like it. All right, so Baba, guys, just really ugly. It's really, really ugly. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, it'll be better to see. And this last push and resistance was really clean, actually. I haven't sort of changed this chart in some time now, but look at that resistance. Look at that rejection right off these previous support levels. Look at that little support at 180. It bounced. It held up. It tries to push into the 180 and just gets, totally fell off that level. So total rejection off 180, and we're starting to move back lower. So Baba just continues to be in some really bad pain here. 150, 155 is going to be really important here. If this 155 gives up, I don't know where this stops. So very ugly here on Baba. Here's the weekly chart. Baba is back to 2017 levels. So here is, let's see. This is 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and this is 2021. So Baba is back to the latest date we had at 155 was right here. So right here was the latest date at 155. That is July 2017. So almost 4 years ago, we are back at these prices. So very ugly on Baba. This last year has been really rough. And at this point, if you don't hold, I would say all of this consolidation down here, it's basically this whole area. It's going to be huge on Baba. If you don't hold that, you're going to fall back down to some of these levels. So I would expect there to be some support, hopefully in this 140, 130 area, right around here. But man, it just sucks. It just really, really sucks. I'm not personally invested in Baba. I don't have any, financial interest in it, but it just sucks to see. what a destruction here on the stock. Back to 4 years ago levels. I'm not sure what's going on over in China, but they're definitely hurting the confidence of investors in these Chinese stocks. And Baba is definitely one that's right in the crosshairs. So Baba's a great company. I think, I don't know their practices or that. I don't know what's going on with their practices, their business practices. I don't really know what goes on over there. But I like their business. It's good for e-commerce. I know, I used to look at Alibaba all the time, for potential e-commerce ideas. I think it's a little bit shady the way you can just buy a product from China for really cheap and resell it in the United States for more expensive. That's that's supply and demand. That's business. It's a little weird. Drop shipping. I'm not hating on drop shipping. I think it's cool. I wish I was doing drop shipping. It's great. It's easy. It's hard to build, and I give credit to the people that build it, and and sort of build it out. But yeah, it's a little strange that you can just find a product on Alibaba or Baba Express overnight, and and resell it here in America on a website that you create on Shopify or Squarespace. So it's interesting. I'm not hating on I don't hate on stuff like that, but it's just interesting. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Baba, guys. You're gonna have to just keep an eye on it. Yeah, it's the eBay of China, I guess. Sort of. Baba is all factories, though. It's it's businesses on Alibaba. It's not eBay is consumer to consumer a little bit more. C to C. Baba is more B to C. So that's Baba, and that is all that I have on my stuff. So if you guys want to stick around for some of the tickers that the members want to look at, which include Visa, Amazon, TXN, Google, MRNA, Lucid, Dash, and Netflix. If you want to stay around for that, then make sure to first maybe press that like button. That would be fantastic. And second, just wait 1 second while let me look at the Nasdaq. What's it doing? It's doing nothing. All right, so press the like button. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these tickers here. So number one, Visa. Sammy, I've went over the Nasdaq. You know, if you continue to type it in the chat, it's not going to help. So I've gone over the Nasdaq. It's in the beginning of the stream. If you want to watch, if you want to see it, just go over, go to the beginning of the stream. Nas 100. Everyone wants to type that in the chat today. So here is Visa. Here is Visa. Who's this for? Don Casimir for Visa. So very nice uptrend on Visa, which did break. Unfortunate to see a break. You guys can see that very clear. Uptrend, broke the uptrend right here. Broke 100 moving average, broke all the moving averages. So at this point, you just need to wait for maybe some type of, some type of bullish confirmation. So you have previous highs at 220, turned it into support here at 220, and then you maybe are finding support here at 220 as well. So right here, I would be watching this 220 on Visa. That would be the level I would be watching. Guys, if you guys want to see the futures, if you're interested in the Nasdaq, the S&P, the Dow, the QQQ, which is the same as the Nasdaq, the SPY, which is the same as the S&P, and I think the DIA, which is the same as the Dow. After this stream, just go to the beginning of the video. The first 20 minutes of this video is all about the futures contract. So if you're here now, if you're new, if you just popped in, just re-watch this video when it's done going live, or if you can scroll back now, which I don't think you can. That is what you want to look for. So yeah, if you want to see the overall market, first 20 minutes of this video is the overall market. So this is Visa. Very nice pullback to this 220. Done. I would watch this level right here at 220. See if that can hold. The only problem done at this point is I would be looking at this as a very long-term play. If you're going to try to, this is the daily chart. If you're going to try to play this back to the upside, I would be, you definitely want to have some time. Is it okay? Thanks, Snap Crackle Pop. Good call. Let me pull that up. Good call, good call. Thank you for that, sir. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so Visa at the 200 SMA. That's a very, very strong level. That's a institutionally watched level. The 200 SMA, you can look it up. It's a very strongly watched level, and anything below the 200 SMA is considered extreme value. So that is definitely one to watch. Long-term portfolio, long-term contracts. If you really want to buy options on this stock, you need time. You need time. This is not going to spike up overnight. So very long-term, maybe next year contracts, maybe December, January's of next year. You can even go out to maybe mid-month next year. Or obviously shares, awesome opportunity. 200 SMA, 220 support. Very nice dip on Visa. I like it. Done. That's a good little area for you. At Amazon, beautiful bounce off 3,400 on Amazon. That was the level to watch. We were talking about this in the morning. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I'll say so. Okay. So we pulled back to the. We pulled back to the 34 intraday. You guys can see that pullback right to 34. So we sort of talked. Actually, we did sort of talk. Yeah, we talked about this one in the chat. Expect Amazon back to 3,400. That was a very nice 3,400 dip. Very strong hold at 34. And then you guys can see that 3,400 comes in right here at these previous highs. This, very nice support right there at these previous highs. And it also comes in right around this level, right? So this isn't a huge level, 34. You have all this support, resistance, turned into resistance, and then you got back above it. So this is a very nice, you guys know what, I'm not going to say it. You know what, I will break and retest here on 3,400 on Amazon. If the market holds up today, Amazon, this is a very nice little break and retest here at 3,400. Basically, if you're looking at Amazon, you just need to see 3,400 hold. That is it. Yeah, you do have the head and shoulders. Manoli the cannoli. You definitely do. That you definitely do. So that is, you can look at this a few different ways, right? And it all depends on how the market does. If the market sells off today, then the head and shoulders is the move, right? That's the move, right? The head and shoulders is the move if the Nasdaq moves lower. But let's say the Nasdaq spikes through all-time highs for whatever reason. I don't know why. But if the Nasdaq does spike through highs, then you have, the break and retest will hold up here, right? So it all depends on what the market does. That is for everything we talk about. What the market does is always the most important thing for these names. Amazon cannot go up if the Nasdaq goes down. It is impossible. It doesn't happen. If the Nasdaq tanks, Amazon's going down. If the Nasdaq goes crazy today, Amazon is going up. Just how it works. TXN, Texas Instruments. Texas Instruments should just be a buy and hold. Forget about it. Stop looking at it. Buy the stock and just continue. This stock is just it doesn't go down either. Right now, big breakout right here over the last few days. Do you buy it here? I don't know. Depends what your long-term goals are. Maybe you watch this double top here, potentially at 197, 198. Maybe you watch that double top there, right here. Maybe you wait for it to come back into some of this consolidation. Maybe like a little break and retest. It's up to you guys. For me, option buying, I don't buy options on these types of stocks. They are very choppy, very slow, very hard to if you caught this breakout, great. Allergies are good today. I was around no animals yesterday, so I'm good. So yeah, I don't know. Texas Instruments more of a long-term hold for me, long-term type of stock. I usually don't like to trade these. They're not very volatile, right? It's very choppy here. And then you get these random pops, sort of like you got this pop. You're starting to get a pop. Watch this double top. That's what I would say. Google. Beautiful 20 SMA hold on Google. I don't think there's a better trending stock on the market than Google. And why do I say that? If you just look at the beautiful little rainbow of moving averages on your chart, right? Take that in for a second. Look at the moving averages on your chart. This is the daily chart. Look at the 20, the 50, the 100, and the 200 SMA on your chart. Look how perfectly straight up sloped they are. Look how fanned out they are. This just shows how strong Google is and how it just does not stop going up. Because on a shitty moving stock without much of a trend, like sort of in this, like let's just say this area on Tesla, this area right here, all of that. Look at the moving averages. They're all just going crazy. You can actually see in the recent trend, you're starting to get that fan out on Tesla, right? You're starting to get that fan. But look at Google. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at that. It just looks like, I don't know, it just looks like a rainbow that's moving higher of moving averages. So very cool, in my opinion. Very, very strong. I don't think you can go wrong buying Google off the 20 SMA ever. If you bought Google, whether it was below or at the 20 SMA over the last year, you didn't lose one time. There's not a single time that you would have lost. If you would have bought here at the 20 SMA, you won. Here, you won. If you bought here, you would have had to wait a while, but ultimately you won. If you bought here below the 20 SMA, you won. Here, you're a winner. Right here, you're a winner again. You're a winner again. And if you bought it here, you're most likely going to be a winner as well. So that just proves that the 20 SMA is just a great indicator. If you guys look for pullback entries, if you're just patient and you wait for the 20 SMA pullback, if the stock shows in the past that it bounces off that level, you got to take shots off of it. You have to take those shots because I think this is the biggest thing that people struggle with in the market, right? And including myself. Sometimes I don't take them either. And I can't physically take all of these plays. There's so many plays out there. I think people want to take trades here and they get nervous of taking trades here. That is the biggest problem. It's the biggest backwards psychology of most beginning traders with not much mentality in the stock market. Everyone wants to buy here, and no one wants to buy here. And the people that are smart, the big money, they're buying here and they're selling here. So this is you know, this is the definition of, you know, why most people will lose, right? They'll buy when everyone else wants to buy and feels comfortable. Everyone's comfortable up here, even though they should be uncomfortable. No one is comfortable buying here, even though they should be, because they have that 20 SMA support, right? That is the problem. That is, if you can just reverse your mind to looking for buys here rather than here, I promise you that your win ratio will probably increase. So give it a shot. But yeah, that's a very hard thing to do. I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do. I still struggle with it at times. Everyone struggles with it. But when I am in this market, when I'm analyzing things, I always try to remind myself that this is where I want to buy, not up here. So it helps me save my money. It helps me lose less, which I'm happy about. I don't lose, you know, I lose, but I'm not losing huge amounts of money because I'm taking these pretty good entries. So, yeah, a little bit of a lesson there. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. MRNA, another perfect break and retest. I got to head out of here soon. Another perfect break and retest here on MRNA. You guys can see that. But you can also see that the head and shoulders held up beautifully. So if you guys were on the live stream, you know that I was watching this head and shoulders on MRNA. Here on the hourly chart, shoulder, head, shoulder. It's still holding below the right shoulder. You guys can see right here, right? Still holding below the right shoulder. Why would people buy in the highs? Because people just, it's psychology, man. It's psychology. People think that something moving up through highs will continue. It gets your mind going. It's like, it's something that goes on, you know, it's FOMO. Yep, it's the fear of missing out. You see it going up, you're like, oh shit, here we go. I'm going to buy it here. And then when it pulls back, no one wants to buy it. It doesn't make sense, right? When it pulls back to support, no one wants to buy it. But that's where you want to buy it. So MRNA head and shoulders pattern. Basically, I would be watching, who's this? Fonz. Fonz. You either need to break these highs, or you're gonna continue to trade within this channel here. So watch this channel here, Fonz. That is what I'd be watching. Lucid for Lava Girl. Lucid, I don't know, Lava Girl. It's just it's sideways right now. I mean, there's really nothing I can say. I mean, at this point, you just want to hold above the 17, and maybe you definitely want to get above the 29. So at this point, no, I do not have a course. No, I don't really want to sell a course because you guys can get that type of information online. And I if you just watch my live streams and my videos, it's like a never-ending course. So just show up to the YouTube channel. And if you want to learn more, maybe join the Discord chat. Or just go on Investopedia and Google and learn. It's on there. So here's Lucid. Support right there. Triple bottom at 17s. 29.30s resistance. You just got to watch this consolidation, Lava. You guys can see how the moving averages are just all over the place. It just there's really no trend here. So just watch that channel that it's in. Dash, very nice move on Dash. Not really sure that Doordash is I'm not really sure Doordash should be this expensive of a stock. I think Doordash might go out of business, honestly. I'm just throwing out bold claims, guys. Don't take anything I say seriously here. Yeah, Doordash, I don't know. It's maybe it gets bought out. Maybe I never use like delivery food services ever. So I don't really understand the concept. It just doesn't really resonate with me. I don't ever use it. I know some people live by it, and it's expensive, and you're throwing away money, honestly. But I don't use it, so it's a hard one for me to believe in. But yeah, I mean, the stock, it's holding up. Very nice little uptrend that it has formed here. right around here. You could say you're on a little bit of an uptrend on Doordash. So boom, 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 boom. You're starting to push up again. You got an upgrade today. Yeah, so yeah, it is up pretty nicely in the pre-market. So yeah, I mean, guys, if I say it goes out of business, don't take that seriously. I mean, Doordash is probably it's probably great, and I don't know enough about their financials and internals to make that type of claim. I'm just saying that I just don't use it, and it's pretty crazy to see such a interest of a big move. So yeah, big move up in the pre-market today, up nicely in the pre-market today. I would just watch if this really starts to move, watch this 220, 221. That is what I would be watching. That's your resistance level up there. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's good. I mean, it just sort of delivers you the food that you like. It just yeah, it's just I'd rather just go pick it up. My Twitter account, it's on the bottom left of your screen. All right, that's Dash, Netflix, and then one more, and I got to get out of here. Netflix. So Netflix, we'll go to the 1 minute chart. I'll show you where I got out of my call options or my put options yesterday. It was right as we started to break this little consolidation wedge right here. So I was watching this here yesterday. Let me go. Why is this doing this? 5 day. Let's just do a 5 day, 5 minute. So Netflix chart's a little messy here. Jeez. Let me clean this up. That's your low. So here's some resistance that it's actually finding resistance off of today. Netflix. So I sold my put right around here as we started to break this little ascending triangle intraday yesterday, right around this area, and Netflix took off. So we are still sort of holding below that level. If I go to the hourly chart, here is that level that we were talking about the other day on Netflix, right? So right around here, which was previous support, right? That is turning potentially into resistance here. So I would be watching this 282, 280 level to see if Netflix turns into resistance. If it does, that is previous support into resistance. You guys can clearly see that right here. Support into resistance. If it falls over again, then I would be watching that. If not, you probably get a move into short term, maybe up to the 590s, right? Maybe up to right here. And that would actually create maybe an inverse head and shoulders. So yeah, I mean, Netflix, it's a crazy one, guys. Netflix is pretty strong. I mean, you're sort of in a downtrend here, right? You're in a little bit of a downtrend. Just watch these short-term levels right here between this 580, 582. See if it can hold above that today. How do you drag the screen? You use the little pointer finger, the little finger tool, and then you drag it like that. All right. Oh, wait. I have one more. VRTV. Sorry, Mozam. VRTV. That is right here. So you got to pull back to the 200 SMA. That's on the hourly chart, though. We don't want to do that. Daily chart. Yeah, daily chart, little 20 SMA hold there. Nice little break and retest. See that? That's what I'd be watching, Mozam. Right there. 20 SMA. Support. Pullback. Support. Only YouTuber to say that and not try to profit off us. Are you talking about the course? Did you just hear that? Oh, God, I really hope you didn't. Is it really that delayed? But yeah. This is Thinkorswim. Resistance, spike, come back down, support, holding it, 20 SMA, see if that holds, and I need to get out of here. It's 9 o'clock, guys. Hope everyone enjoyed today's live stream. If you did, please press the like button. Yesterday we got this thing to 400 likes, so can we do it again? That'd be awesome. It looks like we're in the 3s, so that's already great. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Do I trade crypto? No, I do not. I do not trade crypto. I personally believe, like, the whole, I'm not going to say it. Not going to get into it because people have very strong emotions about crypto. I think crypto's a very questionable space. Not the big coins, but like all the pump stuff that's going on. Yeah, I mean, if go watch the Full Send podcast with Jordan Belfort yesterday, and he talks about exactly what I believe. I think he's spot on, Jordan Belfort, about what's going on with the smaller cryptocurrencies. I think there's gonna be. I think something's gonna come out of it. You can't just these influencers that, like, you guys know about, like Save the Kids and all that stuff. That stuff's that's fucked up. That's not okay, and that's gonna cause problems in the future for crypto as a space. For sure, it's gonna have to be regulated, because you can't, like, me and everyone. If let's say I'm a million, like, got a couple million subscribers, I get one of you guys to make me a coin called Desi Coin. I'll scam all your asses, and then I'll head out, and I'll say that it's not regulated, man. Like, whatever. Like, that's not. You can't do that. It's not good. It's terrible. It's nothing's happening about it. I'm totally on the side of that being totally wrong. CoffeeZilla, if you watch his videos, he sort of goes through all of it. That's going to cause problems for crypto as a space. There's no way that we can continue to allow just blatant scams go on in that market, and nothing's going to happen about it. That's basically like penny stocks back in the whatever, the 70s and 80s, maybe even the 90s. Not really sure the time period, but that's basically like penny stock pump and dumps on penny stocks. It's just on a different market now in 2021. It's the exact same thing. So if you think penny stock pumps were bad, the pump and dumps were scams back then this is the exact same thing, and it's just happening to probably even younger people, and just it's influencers taking advantage of their following. That's terrible. So that's my feeling on it. That's really shady to me. But I mean, like, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin, sure. I mean, if you want to buy it, great. You'll make some money, maybe. So yeah, Desi Coin. If you guys want the pre-sale list for Desi Coin, I'll give you 1 trillion tokens, and then once it goes live, we'll just sell it all to, like, everyone else, and we'll just pump and dump everyone. Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. And that's what happens. That's what happens. That's crazy. So that's it for me. That's my thought on cryptos. That's it's fraud at the end of the day. But I mean, yeah, it's messing it up for everyone. It's very true. If that didn't go on, I would feel much more comfortable about the space. But that stuff going on, that's just like, I'm not going to get interested in that. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel, press the bell notification if you want to stay around. If you don't, that's fine. Sorry I offended you in any way. I hope I didn't. And shout out to everyone that comes around here and supports the live stream, supports the channel. You guys are awesome, and I'm very blessed to have you guys around. So thank you so much. Hopefully you guys are learning from it, and I hope to see you in the next live stream. Peace out, guys.